got me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard dash. 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 They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard dash. 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 It's a lot of money.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set, 180. Check 55 to Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it. One touch.
First down, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
You don't know no better.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 39, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
from the 29. Mayfield. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a completion to Wilson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Wilson now in his 2nd season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Check. Check. Hot route. Hot, hot. 66. Put it. Hot.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. An update from Buffalo. The Broncos have taken the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down now, it's Hunt, and he'll get it down to the 47 here.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
A toss play to Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Good job,
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mayfield.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Dolphins 14, Browns 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I'm here all day.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Kings. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Check.
From the gun, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
On first down, Hunt. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
55. Come on, D. Switch it. Hey, alert 33. Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll look to throw here. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
But now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Brought in over the middle by Graham. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Mayfield now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Seibert on for the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check it, Humphrey. Hustle. 29 is Mike 29.
Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
22 by 22. I got you.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
On the delay, here's Breida. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6. Now a short one to Gesicki. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. But not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this 2nd half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Mayfield now. 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's first and 10. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. That's into the hands of Edwards. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They go play action. Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up. And
a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield, and that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They run again with Breida. And an alley to run. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. They're going to look to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. He'll look to throw. And he completes it to Wilson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Kill, kill, kill. Check safety, check it. Let's box. Right, 2-6.
2nd and 3. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. Here we go, here we go. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Under 10, under 10, 10.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. They're able to locate Wilson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They'll set up to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down, Mayfield again. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the fourth quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. And again, it's Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Chubb on the counter. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Mayfield to throw it. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. They'll run on first down. It's Hunt. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and 1, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but
and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to regain the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second, there is a flag. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll drop the throw. Caught by Wilson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll look to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
On first down, they run with Howard. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Breida. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Dolphins 31, Browns 27.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now Mayfield. And that's caught inside the 30. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
We're at 180! Choose the mic. Real. No, check that.
Back to throw.
You might get tired of these now.
Going right side here, and that's complete.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Watch the run.
Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Here's Mayfield. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Choose the mic. I'm on. Point it right. 52, Mike 52. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Mike 52.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. He's back to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So for Miami, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know me big. Way too many when they know the shit, they was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm PPP, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Move our hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a faucet. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the gang, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
PPP, time to bring the bass bird.